everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, this will be a new series type of video I'm going to be doing. So what it is, I'm going to be talking about loads of different tarantulas on how to care for them and stuff like that. So starting off with today's video, we'll be talking about the Poecilotheria fasciata, the Sri Lanka ornamental. And I hope you enjoy this, and let's talk about this tarantula. Okay, so we're going to start off with my top 5 little facts. So this is obviously the Poecilotheria fasciata, the Sri Lanka ornamental. So number 1, these are an old world. These are highly venomous. These reach to about 7 to 8 inches in leg span. These are an arboreal tarantula, and these are from Sri Lanka, which is in the title of his name, the Sri Lanka ornamental. So these can be found in South Asia, high up in the trees, because these are an arboreal and that's where they'll most likely be. And they will tuck themselves out the way from any predators that may come nearby. And when I say tucked away, they'll be in a small gap in a tree, hiding behind a piece of corkbark. Next, we are on growth and size. This is a tarantula that do have a bit of a fast growth rate, and females can reach leg span up to 7 to 8 inches, with males being a bit smaller. The lifespan of these tarantulas, females can live up to about 11 to 12 years, and males, I'll say about 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 years if you're lucky. So the next topic is the temperament. So this is one of the biggest problems that these Poecilotheria species get, is their temperaments. So the Poecilotheria fasciata is an old world tarantula and can be very defensive spider. And these Poecilotherias are known to be a highly venomous tarantula, which is true. So you need to give these guys a lot of respect when you are dealing with them. So when you are rehousing, make sure you're calm, make sure you're gentle with them, and they shouldn't really give you a problem. And also, these aren't, because of their temperament, these aren't known to be tarantulas for first time owners. My next topic was pretty much what I was just talking about then, is the experience level to own these tarantulas. And like I said, I would not recommend these for a first time owner. Once you have some experience and you've kept a couple of old worlds and you've kept a couple of old worlds, you've kept some new world arboreal tarantulas, then yeah, I would recommend you getting one of these, because they do make some awesome tarantulas. I think these guys are very cool looking, different types of colours, also a very massive tarantula. These do get to quite an impressive size. So yeah, but not recommended for first time owners. Next is the food. So I feed my slings either pre-killed mealworms, or I'll feed them small fruit flies. I feed my juveniles mealworms or small crickets, roaches, or something along those lines. And I'll feed my adults large red runners, large Mario worms or super worms, or large dubia roaches, and they'll take them down with no problem whatsoever. Now I'm going to be talking about the price. Now obviously the price is different depending where you are in the world, but here in the UK, which is where I am, I believe slings sell for about £10, anywhere between 10 and 15 pounds. Juveniles, I'll probably say about between 20 and 30. Obviously this is depending on what Poecilotheria this is. So yeah, I'll say about between 20 and 30 pounds. And adults, I'll say anywhere from £50 plus. So anywhere probably between £50 and £100. Obviously, if it's a female, if it's a confirmed female, then it can cost more, because everyone wants a female. So they go up for a higher price. And that is what I paid for my one. I bought it as a confirmed female, and I think I paid about, I think it was £60. I'm still waiting for it to do a molt, another molt. It did molt when I had it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to sex it because the molt was destroyed. So I am waiting for her to molt again to obviously make sure it is a female. Hopefully it is. And yeah, so that is the prices. Let's move on to the next topic. Next is temperature and humidity. So my temperature in my room is about between 22 and 25 degrees C, and they seem to do fine. And I keep my Poecilotheria's humidity around 70 and 80%. That's pretty much the same for all my tarantulas. So yeah, that is temperature and humidity. So next is enclosures. So I keep my slings in normal sling boxes. A picture will be on screen now, or I'll keep them in something like this, which is a picture will be on screen now. Now, you don't need to worry about what you put your tarantula in as such when they're slings, because when they're small, they will prefer to burrow, and you won't really ever see them. So you don't really have to worry until they reach to the juvenile stage. So all you need in your sling pots is just some cocoa fibre or whatever substrate you got. Put some of that in, and I would put a piece of moss in. So yeah, I put a piece of sphagnum moss in as a water source and for the humidity as well. My juveniles, I'll keep in a 520ml deli cup. A picture will be on screen now. And that is just some substrate and a small piece of cork bark that is upright. So as in, because it's an arboreal tarantula, they will prefer to live a bit higher. And yeah, so I put my juveniles in those, and then my big juveniles, I will put in a 15 by 15 by 21 centimeter cube enclosure. And for my adults, they will go in a 20 by 20 by 30 centimeter enclosure. And that 20 by 20 by 30 is more than big enough to keep that tarantula in there for the rest of its life. Also, with different type of enclosures, you can do your basic setups, which is your substrate, piece of cork bark, and maybe some fake plants, obviously your sphagnum moss and stuff like that. Or you could do your bioactive, which is near enough the same, just that you use your live plants. And you can also use stuff from outside in your woods or something like that. All stuff that you pick up from the outside is all safe to use as long as you're far away from the roads. Then it's all safe to use. So there we have it, guys. This is now the end of this video. I hope this care and husbandry of the Poecilotheria fasciata will help you if you're into getting your pokies. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. I do just want your honest opinions. Drop a comment down below of what you think. Hit the subscribe, hit the share, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.